And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? You met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Richter, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God! And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Okay,
you
so
gotta have the eyes
can
first.
you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start
do
laughing.
it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Each words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. Really going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands into the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody with Scott.
Good morning, everybody. It's the Pascal Show. Yes. Put your hands together, y'all. We got through another day over the ground on this planet. Man, I'm telling you guys, there's some crazy stuff going on. For sure, some madness going on. And I have to say, I'm just happy to be alive right now. I'm happy to be here. We got some breaking news. We got some news going on. There's some things going down in America right now as we speak. So we're going to get into that conversation here in a second. But I also want to introduce my people, my fam, or some of my fam, because, you know, usually the rest of my co-hosts are here, but, you know, we got somebody who's going to be Skyping in a little bit later. But on Skype, I got my boys, Jackie, Buck, and Tom showing hard in the house. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay?
What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Doing all right? Surviving.
How was your night? Was your night good?
Yeah, it was good.
Last night.
Say that again, one at a time. Jack, how was your night?
Better than I did like the previous night. It just is a settling into all the stuff, you know. It just takes a little bit to get used to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It takes a little bit. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I've got my walking boot on now, as opposed to my cast. So I'm starting to be able to kind of, you know, I've got this little rolling chair that I'm walking around. I'm using sort of as a walker in my apartment. So I kind of look like Harvey Weinstein, kind of tutting around in here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's getting better.
Maybe not the best person to associate yourself with, but sure.
Yeah, it's true.
Why not? Why not? I mean, you know.
That's all I can think of whenever I'm moving around is, God, I look like Harvey Weinstein. So, yeah, there's that.
God forbid. That's the worst part, right? Yeah, man. You know, obviously, as you already know, there's a lot of things going on. As you guys already know, there's a lot of things going down right now. You know, as far as we know right now, there are over 6,000 cases of the coronavirus right inside of America. And that has jumped significantly since last night. I mean, this is an overnight number. You know, before it was only, I think it was about 3,000, and it's doubled overnight, if I'm correct. So this is some really crazy stuff that's going on, obviously. I don't know, what do you guys think on this whole situation?
Well, I think there's going to be a big part of it is, like, when the test became available, you know, we're going to see clusters of these things. These numbers are going to jump because people weren't being tested, and all of a sudden then there was mass testing going on. It just proves how fast and how furious the virus really is. So, I mean, it's but if you don't do testing, you can't tell how many people are infected. And then obviously, if you put out, you know, 10,000 tests and it takes you 10 days or 15 days to start, you know, testing people and then getting results, then you know you're going to have these chunks of 3,000s and 5,000s and 10,000 people infected just because of the sheer amount of people that some of these places are testing.
Absolutely. I mean, Tom, what do you think on it?
Well, I mean, it's time to hunker down. I don't know what else to say. I mean, yeah. I mean, looking at it, looks like there's somebody saying that there's 7,301 cases now, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
did you just say 7,301 cases now
in the United States?
What?
Yeah.
That's new.
According to, let's see. Well, this site I was looking at, yeah.
I just heard on the news just 5 minutes before we started that the count was at 6,000, a little over 6,000 cases. So if you're
that may be right. I don't know. But yeah, it's somewhere around there, 6,000, 7,000. Yeah. That's,
I read that in the U.S. that now with the CDC and stuff, as soon as a test comes back presumptive positive, they don't have to send it off to the CDC anymore to get that confirmation. So localities can now make that call. If it's presumptive positive, then they're going to assume to put somebody into quarantine.
Wow. Boy, oh boy. It's pretty wild. It's just wild that, what was can somebody find out exactly like what the numbers were last night before we got this 6,000 cases situation now, or 6,000 to 7,000 cases now? Does anybody know what the number was before that? Because this is, to me, mind-boggling.
Give me a minute, and I'll pull up some numbers for you.
Awesome.
I was looking at this Worldometer site, and it was saying somewhere around 895 new cases. That could be wrong. I'm not sure. It's hard to keep on top of all these numbers. They come out so quickly.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, it keeps. It's crazy. I don't even know what to. I personally don't know what to say in regards to that, because obviously the numbers keep changing overnight. Every night something new. We're already past 100 deaths in America right now. Obviously, the Bay Area is starting to shut their things down considerably. So there's some scary and crazy stuff. And so let me read some of these things. Some people are I'm going to answer some of these comments on Facebook right now. Rochelle, good morning, Rochelle. Yes, we are on YouTube right now. We are streaming on both sites. And like I was saying, like I always say on every show, we are on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So if you are watching on our Facebook page and you're liking what you see here, please go like that Facebook page. It would really mean a lot. Give this stream some love. Give it a like, the whole nine. Keep the conversations going on down below. But of course, we also have our YouTube channel. So youtube.com/The Pascal Show. Please go click that subscribe button over there as well. It would really mean a lot. I'm working my way to getting 10,000 subscribers. We're slowly inching our way to that number, but you know what? That's a goal that I'm trying to get to. We are going to be doing these shows 2 times a day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And of course, I will be doing shows throughout the weekends as well. It will just be a smaller, condensed version of the show on the weekends, but I will be streaming and doing my shows on the weekends as well. So go find us on YouTube, click and crush that subscribe button. It would really, really mean a lot. And there you go. Congratulations, Rochelle. Thank you so much for finding us on YouTube. It really means a lot. Be sure to subscribe, okay? But we are on both platforms, so if you're on either one, comment down below. I think Jack right now is watching the YouTube stream as we speak right now, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And I'm keeping an eye on this whole situation over here on Facebook as well. So like I said, crush that like button, give us some love on this feed and all that. We're going to be giving you more information in regards to what's going on with the coronavirus throughout this entire country. Things are getting really, really crazy, okay? But I also do have some other breaking news, which is very interesting as well. And of course, I think my boys here are going to help me out. Right, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
So maybe, hopefully they'll stay with me on this. But there is a situation going on in Italy right now where they are now becoming much more strict with the rules in regards to how you can leave your house. They're really hunkering down. They are really putting things down and making sure that people are not getting out by any means necessary. Now you have to have actual proof that you have been screened and are tested negative for the coronavirus. There's a laundry list of like rules and regulations that apparently need to be done before you can even walk out your front door now. And that's what's going on in Italy right now. And I'm gonna, hopefully I could throw it over to the guys and they can give me a little bit more detailed information in regards to it, because this is a very scary time, guys.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I was hoping for was that we were going to be able to look at Italy and follow in suit. You see what I'm saying? Now, You know what I've been saying since the beginning, guys, where I keep thinking, hey, we're going to be shutting down here very, very soon. Because look at what's going on in these other countries. In these other countries, they're doing this particular pattern. They're on, they start shutting things down in small waves, and then suddenly, boop, they have certain rules you have to abide by even to get out of the house. Now, they've restricted those restrictions even more, to the point where people can't even get out of their home unless they test negative for the coronavirus. So now, Italy is making people, the Italian people, a prisoner in their own homes. Understandably so, though. But we are in a situation now where Italy has now squeezed off so much that people can't even walk out the door. Does anybody have that information on this, guys? Do you guys, any of you guys have this information?
Yeah, I'm pulling up something from CNN right now that I have found some more information about the general stuff going on in Italy. It is saying complete lockdown. I had been reading that they were planning on doing door-to-door knocking to go around and confirm that people are staying home and basically monitor where everybody is. It is pretty intense. How much? I guess that's full martial law over there, I imagine. But with fines and things like that happening in France, I imagine there's fines in Italy. Let me see. I'm pulling up some details about that, though. Tom,
I'm seeing some stuff here where...
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Oh, sorry. I'm seeing some stuff here where, pretty much everything is closed in Italy except grocery stores, pharmacies, gas stations, factories can still operate. Public transportation, banks, and the post office are continuing, but restaurants, cafes, and bars are shut. It looks like the Italian Prime Minister, Giuseppe Conte, is looking to extend the national lockdown beyond April 3rd. So if anybody over in Italy was hoping that April 3rd would be the end of this, it looks like it's probably not going to be. So, still...
I'm seeing a couple of data points here. They're saying that as of right now, as of 5 hours ago when this was written, 97 people died since Sunday, and it brought their total death count to 463, with a total of 9,172 confirmed cases, which is the most of any European country. Over the weekend, they put the blanket travel restrictions announced. Where they joined all the rest of the provinces around the area. They said that they're bringing in additional doctors because some of their doctors have been getting sick. and their nurses and things like that. So they need additional help. They have been putting out the thing. I saw that people over 70 were being basically turned away from hospitals. So now they've had to put a limit on who they can actually service and who they can help because their hospital system is so overwhelmed. China was sending in doctors. China was sending in additional supplies and things like that as well. I saw other stuff that I was reading that a lot of these medical schools are skipping the process to make somebody have to go through to finalize their doctorate or I guess to get their medical license. And they're basically putting younger like medical staff on the floors, or I guess less experienced staff on the floor than doctors that have been in the field for 20 or 30 years. So I don't know how that, if we just need hands, or if that's something that will cause more issues. It's pretty insane. Basically, the military police and the railway police, the municipal police, all the health authorities, the civil protection staff, they are all out and helping to enforce those travel bans they have in Italy right now.
Man, oh man. I do have somebody here. Rochelle just said, Madison County has its first case. The MCHD announced last night, but aren't releasing what city the 30-year-old lives. Apparently, he traveled out of the U.S. That's some other information. That was some information, some breaking news that was happening right before I walked in here as well. That there's Madison County, Illinois. There's also another one, if I'm correct, in Virginia, and then of course the 6,000 deaths. Not the 6,000 deaths. Sorry, the 6,000 people who have contracted the coronavirus in the U.S. as we speak, and of course, obviously the number keeps growing. Obviously, it's between 6,000 and 7,000.
It's over 8,000 now, and Italy actually reports 1/3 of the deaths so far.
Boy, oh boy. So this is where we're at right now, guys. It's an unfortunate situation, but like I said, we are gonna get through this. Obviously, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna talk about this. We are going to most definitely talk about all of this and get through this together. But anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. But when we come back, it's time for Let's Talk. So stick around. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
You're watching Pascal in the morning. Welcome back.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and being a part of the conversation, part of the show today. I know a lot of people are confused or concerned. A lot of people have their own concerns in regards to what's going on in the world right now and what's going on in America. But, you know, we are going through it piece by piece, bit by bit, and trying to hold each other's hands in regards to the whole thing. We do have my people in the house. We do have Jack.
Hey.
Sorry. Jack, Buck, and Tom Schoenhard, you know, my co-host of the show and everything, to talk about everything that's going on, because obviously there's a lot of stuff that's going on. It's pretty crazy, you know, and like I said, we're going to go through it piece by piece. Oh, by the way, Alicia said on Facebook, Alicia just said, Tom's alive.
I am. I'm here.
You are in one piece. You are here. You are in one piece. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, before we go into Let's Talk and all that stuff, because I'm waiting to get Lydia on this show. I gotta ask you guys, like, what is, or I gotta ask Tom, what's the word about your ankle? You know what I mean? What's been good?
Theoretically, the bone is healed. Apparently, it's healed pretty well. So now I'm out of a cast. I'm into a walking boot. I still can't really walk on it with full weight, but I guess that'll come. But yeah, for right now, I can kind of just put some weight on the toes and walk around that way. But it's good not to have a cast, and it's, you know, I hate to say it, I'm kind of glad we're not going to Punta Cana this weekend, because, you know, I thought I'd be able to walk more than I am able to walk right now. The muscles have really kind of atrophied and kind of weakened up a lot. So
yeah.
But it's fine. You know, it's you know, it's you know, it's baby steps. So
yeah.
It's fine though. I'm you know, I'll say this.
It's fine.
If I was going to break my ankle, I'm glad I did it now, so that I can kind of, you know, I feel like I've got a head start on everybody with quarantining. So
Right on. Yeah, you are knee deep. You are seriously knee deep right now.
Yeah.
In the quarantine.
Everybody's going to have a big glorious beard like this by the time we're all done here.
Oh, no kidding, man. No kidding. You know, so I'm interested to see what happens with you, actually. Or you might be the one that survives. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
That's right. I'm going to be Omega Man.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, you're going to be Walking Dead stuff, kind of, you know, in this kind of situation and everything. So I'm interested to see what happens here. We are trying to get Lydia on right now. I'm assuming she's with us, but I don't know yet. I keep trying to call her, and she is not doing what she needs to do, I don't think. Let's see. Hold on one second, guys.
Hey, Pascal, do you know that we got some swag that's available?
I did not know that we had some swag available. Can you tell me a little bit about this swag?
Yeah, so
we getting your new
we got
drip?
some stuff set up on Teespring, and just put our logo over a whole bunch of different things, so people can buy a whole bunch of stuff to put around their house and just really, you know, think about us every day where they're looking around, they see a mug on their shelf, they see a shirt hanging in their closet, they got a doormat, you know, you name it, we can probably put the logo on it. Bring us with you wherever you go.
Absolutely.
But there's a link in the descriptions that we put down today, and people can go check that out. I'm going to share out a link in the comments too. We really appreciate some support for the show, and get some brand out there. Let everybody else know that the show exists.
I love that. And what's great is that what I love about it is that you're the one who said it. You know, what's the website? What is it? Tell everybody what it is really quick, because obviously there's a lot of people who might not know. You know, just say it out loud. What is the website?
Yeah, so if you go to teespring.com, T-E-E Spring, SPRING.com, and search the Pascal Show, a store will pop up for that, and we got just a variety of different apparel type items on there, and home goods and things like that with our logo.
Nice.
So there's some cool shirts, and you know, that's just one of the things. We'll still be adding more things in, and maybe getting some of the phrases you say dropped in on some shirts too. And so we'll just keep it up to date and see if we can make some cool things.
I like it. I like that. I definitely like that. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So that's good, man. So definitely check out our merch. We got merch. We got some new drip for y'all. You know what I mean? Some new Pascal Show drip and whatnot, you know? So be sure to go and check that out. Actually, that reminds me, because when you say that, what kind of stuff can you get with the Pascal logo on it?
Let me see here. So we got t-shirts. We got some of, I guess, wife beater isn't the right word. So what's that? Tank top. There we go. We got socks. We got some sweatshirts. We got hoodies. You can grab some logos that we got put on some stickers. Which, Pascal, I think you still got some of those stickers. Maybe we can do a giveaway later for a couple of those. You got phone covers. We got leggings. We got pillows. We got handbags. I mean, you name it. We got a variety of stuff that's out there in a whole bunch of different colors. If you click on any of the links that are on that store page, you can go in, you can adjust your colors and your sizes. We got adult sizes, we got kid sizes. So, you know, we kind of went all out and made it available on anything that was available to put it on. Because who knows what people like to wear these days.
No kidding, man.
I'm going to make one with your face on it that's just like a pullover mask, so people can be Pascal for the day.
Oh my dear God, that's a little too creepy, in my personal opinion. That's a little too creepy. But here, for example,
there we go.
Boom, some t-shirts, some hats of various sizes or various styles. You know what I'm saying? Bam. You feel me? All right.
Can't get the hat through this link, but we'll have to get that all set up, and we'll put that out as soon as that's available too.
Boom. There you go. So check it out, teespring.com. Put in the Pascal Show in the search engine. Find out all of our stuff. Buy some merch. That would be amazing. Get you some new drip. You feel me? Get some new drip. Anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. Lydia finally figured out her Skype, so we're going to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye!
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring, because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
You're watching Pascal in the Morning. Welcome back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry about that labor break there. We had to get this whole Skype thing situated, so I appreciate everybody's patience and all of that. But we do have my panel. We do have my people, my fam. They're all here. Lydia Caesar, Jack, Buck, Tom, Schoenhardt. What a guan, man. What's good, y'all? How you doing, Lydia?
I'm doing so good. Glad to see you guys. I've missed you guys.
We've missed you too.
Yes, we missed you too.
Real talk.
Good to be back.
What's up? I saw that drive. Was it at least a nice drive coming back from New York? Are the leaves starting to bud?
Coming back was better to me because we left in the morning, so it was bright most of the drive. And it was really, that drive is always really nice.
Yeah.
So much to see, like, the United States is pretty beautiful. A lot of wide open space, which is nice, and just, driving through different cities, seeing all different skylines is always nice as well. So it was good. My husband did all the driving. Shout out to my boo babe. He drove all 14 hours.
No. And there's that. That's great. That's really great that he was just a beast about it. Cause that's me too. Like if I'm like, all right, we got 14 hours. We're just gonna go do it. Bang. We're gonna go through it.
Got to.
I don't care. It's like, babe, chill. Sit in the passenger seat. I got this. I got this all the way down to a science. I ain't messing around with any of this. So, yeah, man. I'm the exact same way when it comes to. So, and especially in light of everything that's going on right now, hell yeah. I'd be like, just flying down the road. Flying down the road.
As soon as they called all that news in New York, he was like, all right, we're leaving early.
Yeah.
Pack up the car. We're out of here in the morning.
Yeah.
I can't front. We were so sad because, we're with family and everything. But at the same time, it was like, we don't want to be stuck here for 2 weeks and not being able to leave. You never know what's going to happen next.
Right. Now, let me ask you something. In regards to all of that, did you happen to see any anything on the way? I mean, like after you got out of New York State, like any of the states, did you see anything like en route on the way down at all back home?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we couldn't go all the places that we stopped were pretty much closed. Like Pennsylvania is completely shut down. First place we stopped was Arby's. No dine-in. They got a big sign on the door. No dine-in, no, like you can't get the soda from the soda machines. Everything has to, basically just carry out. One of the rest stops we went to that had like, the restaurants that have like 5 different restaurants in there.
Yeah.
Everything closed. We wanted to get snacks, nothing. Only thing you could do is use the bathroom.
Wow.
Everything. I mean, the whole entire, so that just makes me think about like all those people who work there.
Yeah.
Because there's a Burger King, there's a Roy Rogers, there's like a bunch of, like a concession stand and all kinds of ice cream and shops in there, dark. And it basically says the plaza is closed, restrooms are available only. I was just like, it really felt like The Walking Dead. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Because it's the middle of the day and nobody's inside.
Yeah. And let me ask you, how are you dealing with everything at home, like the new adjustments and everything? Because obviously you're home, you're with your kids are out of school and all that. So how's your family adjusting to everything?
I guess they're doing well. I feel like the only difference would have been because it is spring break, but I know my daughter would have been hanging out with all her friends. All her friends pretty much. She goes to Ladue High School, and y'all know the very first case here in St. Louis was in Ladue. So her friends' parents don't want their kids going anywhere. We don't want her going anywhere. We're trying to kind of lay low for at least the window since we did come back from New York, even though we were not anywhere near Westchester County. As we were there, it started to rapidly spread in New York. So we wanted to just kind of even keep ourselves away from people for at least a week. To give it some time. So, they're just in the house the first couple days, a lot of internet being used, a lot of, Netflix and different shows that they like on YouTube and Nintendo Switch going on. And I guess, they're just doing the best that they can. My daughter was really sad that our trip in New York had to get cut short because, she was visiting people there too, friends and family. She went to Dave & Buster's and they had hand sanitizer everywhere. They had gloves. You had to use gloves to play all the games.
Wow.
So this is really, and while she was actually out is when the mayor passed that news. All restaurants and bars would be closed by Tuesday. So I was like, wow. I was like, I feel like she even had her birthday party on the perfect day. It was Friday night. That was like almost the last night that people did stuff. Because when Saturday came is when Trump called the state of emergency. And I feel like nobody would have came, And so she had about maybe 60 people at her party.
Yeah.
It was such a great event, such a success. I'm just like, thanking God, because we originally wanted the party to be on that Saturday night, and it would have been probably had to be canceled, and we drove all that way. So
yeah, that's crazy.
All my gigs are canceled. All my gigs.
Yeah, and it's terrible. But before we continue this conversation, obviously, it's time for Let's Talk.
Now you've got to be kidding me.
He needs some milk.
And in Let's Talk today, we're actually asking the question out to you guys and to everybody, and to the panel and all of that. But the main question that we are going to be asking you guys, brought to you by Old Vienna, Don't Be a Drag, get you a bag of those amazingly fiery, red-hot riblets. The question comes out to you guys. How are you guys doing out there? How are you? How are you guys dealing with everything, the news, the self-isolation, the social distancing? So I want to check in. All of us over here at the Pascal Show, want to see how you guys are doing. Comment down below. Let us know how you guys are feeling and how you guys are getting through this whole situation. And of course, I'm going to throw it out to the panel, of course, because we're hearing a little bit from Lydia, but I want to hear from the rest of the guys as well. So, how is everybody? How are y'all doing?
Just moving along. Looking up all this news and stuff, trying to stay up to date, trying to find some positive news that's out there too. But I just read some breaking news, and I wonder how these people are doing in Utah. There was a 5.6 magnitude earthquake that happened this morning.
Sorry.
Outside of Salt Lake, Utah. And
wow.
Salt Lake County, and it's affecting 65,000 homes that are now without power. So imagine already being elderly, being in a home, not be able to get the services that you need, and then having your house shook, and maybe things I don't know how badly a 5.6 can affect a house, but it sounds probably not like, I bet there's some issues that are going around. They said to stay out of downtown, the airport was closed, and so these people are just being put to another test as well. But I was trying to think about that too, I'm overall doing okay. I have a house to be in. I have my family here with me. I have a backyard to go out into.
Yeah.
The setup is okay. I have a grocery store that's right up the street if I really need to get stuff. I mean, I can camp out and watch when the trucks come if I really wanted to. But I don't. There's a lot of people out there that don't have that luxury, and there's a lot of people out there that had other major things going on, and now this is just another thing that's on top of their list they have to deal with. I feel for everybody.
Really, that's so true.
Tommy, how are you?
I'm doing good. Again, I've been kind of preparing for this already with my broken ankle. I've already been sort of quarantined, so it's still, it's kind of same old for me. But that's too bad about that earthquake up in Utah, knocking out power to people. And then I've also seen, this is just me being a, sky is falling type, but seeing where Africa and the Middle East are expecting their biggest locust plague to happen since 1989.
Yeah, the stuff that we talked about yesterday,
so we've got...
It's crazy.
Yeah, we've got locusts and earthquakes and all that kind of stuff, so it's,
Isn't that part of the story of Moses?
It's in this is the last page of the Bible for real.
Yeah, this is end time stuff.
It really is.
And then also on top of that, what's crazy is that there's severe weather coming through the Midwest right now, where there's a bunch of tornado warnings that are going to be in effect later on this afternoon. The earthquake that just happened, in Utah. It's just, then we got this virus that's blazing through. It's like the end is nigh. It's weird, y'all.
It really is. It's spooky.
It's really spooky.
Yeah. It's weird.
I said an extra prayer last night just in case.
Shoot, I bet. I'm praying when I sit on the toilet, when I'm taking a shower, when I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, I'm just all up in this prayer right now. You know what I mean? Like speaking in tongues and everything. You know what I mean? I have found the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I don't like meds no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
Full on, delivered. You feel me? And I'm so nervous in regards to what's gonna happen in the next by the end of this week. I mean, it's Wednesday, y'all.
Every day is something else, something new every single day.
Yeah.
And that's literally why we left, because it's like it's so changing so quickly. You never know, and you never want to be stuck where you're not home. Just being thoughtful of others, and like Jack said, man, being grateful for what we do have is so important. Look at it as time if you're stuck home with a family, look at it as time to spend with your family that you may not, that you normally don't have. Try and see the good in things.
Yeah.
In time to help you stay sane,
Yeah. On YouTube, James said, "I'm planting my garden." I don't know if he's being funny or not, but because he is kind of a comedian on our YouTube chat. But at the same time, I would say, hell to the yeah. You better start learning how to grow some plants. Don yourself a green thumb. I'm telling you, man, this is we are in some weird times. You know what I'm saying? Shoot,
Yeah.
If somebody can learn how to recycle toilet paper, holla at your boy. I would love to know that.
It's called a rag.
It's called a rag.
Right.
Hey, I'm dead ass. Like, I would, if it comes to that situation,
That's what it may come to. That's what it may come to.
either I am taking a shower every single time I go number 2, or,
Right.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? What else
Exactly.
you gonna do?
I tell you, I've been thinking about. I've always wanted a bidet ever since I saw Crocodile Dundee. I don't know if you remember in Crocodile Dundee.
When he's washing his boots?
But now might be the time to just get a little add-on for the toilet, get a little bidet, not have to worry about the toilet paper.
Well,
Right.
hey,
They're promoting those things big out there.
So then-
Try that thing.
now the thing is that it's going to be a lot of home improvement type of stuff. It's going to be solo projects. So if you were to go and do, hey, I'm going to go and put a bidet in my house next to my toilet, good on you, but you're going to have to install that stuff yourself. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? This is some crazy stuff, guys. But anyway, I got to go into a quick commercial break. Thank you guys so much for Skyping in. Lydia, we will Skype with you, all you guys. I'll Skype with you guys in about 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Because I do have somebody very special coming onto the show. Marty K. Casey, Dr. Marty K. Casey is going to be Skyping in with me here in the next few minutes. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye!
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
You're watching Pascal in the Morning.
teach me something every time.
Well, right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, if this is your first time checking out the show, please go click that like button on our Facebook page. Sorry for a little bit of the delay. We've been having some technical difficulties, but we're getting right into it. We have somebody very special in the house today. She is Skyping in from her home, of course, as well, because we are all self-isolating, because we are all social distancing ourselves right now as we speak, because we got to stay healthy in this time, in this crisis that we're in right now. I have Dr. Marty K. Casey in the house. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Well, good morning, Pascal. It's so good to see you. I wish I could give you a hug. I guess it'll be virtual.
Yes, a big old hug. I'll take that big old hug. Thank you so much for the hug. Ooh, feeling good and warm and fuzzy all over the place right now. But anyway, I got to ask you, now you were just in New York City, and so I got to ask you, how was New York City when you were out there? Because I know you just did a play. You did your play up there, which, congratulations, you did it in Brooklyn, correct?
That is correct.
So tell me about your experience in New York before the virus kind of swept the town.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, I made it just by moments, if you will, of being able to perform my one-woman show in Brooklyn, New York. We sold out in less than 2 days, and this was presented by AARP. So AARP, their members are like 50 plus, and if you think about the virus and the fact that that is that's the age category of individuals that we're really most worried about is the elderly, and that's who AARP plays to, if you will, in membership. And so we had a packed house. We had a good time. We were hugging and just really loving on each other. And to think that now, 2 weeks later, all of this information has come about, it makes you say, oh my goodness, I can't believe, that was just how we were living 2 weeks ago, and now this. So I'm glad that I had an opportunity to get that in, but I'm going to be honest, I've been a little concerned because I flying in and out of LaGuardia, and then right after that, I flew in and out of Atlanta's airport. So we're talking about two major airports, and so I'm just kind of sitting back and just taking good care of myself, cleansing my body, drinking lots of water, gargling, just doing all the things that I hope can help to keep me healthy and well, right, because I have been exposed to such a large population of people that I don't interact with every day.
Right. So now you left NYC, you left New York City like right before it was starting to shut down and do all its things. Did you see any type of hints of any type of hints of craziness going on, or was everybody still just kind of like, nah, I'll believe it when I see it type of situation, or was there already precautions going on in New York City
well,
while you were there?
For me personally, it was precautions, and I'll send you a picture later. I actually, when I flew out there, I had a mask on, my shades, and I did all of that because I personally had been hearing and seeing some things on CNN, and I was like, whoa, the last thing that I need is to get sick, to get some flu symptoms, and then I can't perform. So I took those extra precautions for the sake of being able to show up and give my best performance. And I think that may have helped me to keep from attracting anything, thank the good Lord that I was able to do that. But in the city, I didn't see anything that was alarming, that looked different from how people were gathering. I mean, the lines were long at all of the stores, people were on the streets, it just looked like everyday normal business. But now seeing and hearing from people 2 weeks later, it's like, it's night and day. We're in a new world.
Man, it is, it's really crazy what's going on right now. And even for myself, I'm still wrapping my mind around this whole situation and how unreal it's been. It's been unreal to me. It's
totally
been
unreal. And you know what? Let me share this with you, Pascal.
Go ahead.
On the flight back from New York, there was a lady that had gotten sick, and she was like 2 rows up from me, and she had gotten really ill. They had to the flight attendants had to call on ground to speak to the physicians or what have you. And what they did, they held us on the plane so that the EMTs can come on and get her first and then take her off. I believe now with the virus outbreak being what it is, they probably would do the opposite. They probably would make sure everyone gets off first and then kind of deal with her. And the reason that I say that is because I don't think, you know, for the sake of not talking about her business or what have you, I don't think that she had flu issues. I think it was something where she probably had too much to drink, trying to calm her nerves for the flight, and things kind of went different that way. But just the scare of the virus itself, you don't want to expose a large amount of people at a certain amount of time. And I would think that it would be almost the opposite now, where they would get us off the plane and then work on her. And that was interesting within itself. I actually took a picture while I was sitting on the plane of the ambulance pulling up to come and see about her. So yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's a scary time. And so now, okay, so you went from New York City to Atlanta, right? So tell me about your experience in Georgia.
So in Georgia, I did start to see, because this is a week later now, I did start to see a lot of things happen differently. As a matter of fact, I was scheduled to fly into Atlanta that Friday, and I missed my plane. That's a whole nother story, but I missed my plane, and I wasn't able to fly out till Saturday morning. So when I got into the Uber driver said to me, he's like, gosh, you must be like some kind of angel or something, the fact that, you know, someone was looking out for you and you missed your flight Friday night. And I said, well, why would you say that? He says that the President of the United States came in to the CDC the night before, and you would not have been able to get an Uber car at all. I mean, he came in at 3 o'clock that afternoon on Friday. So possibly I would have been stranded in the airport for hours that night, and it didn't happen that way. But the point was, the president did not announce he was coming into Atlanta, and he came in so that he could go and speak to the disease control department. And that right there was so alarming to everyone in Atlanta that instantly people started putting masks on, washing hands and hand sanitizer, because they knew how serious it was if the president had flown into their city to handle business concerning this. They knew then that this is an outbreak. And so in Atlanta, I did see where, I mean, almost immediately people started taking precautions. If you coughed or sneezed or sniffed, people was looking at you like, wait a minute, what do you have? What's going on? So it's bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. So let me ask you this really quick. What are you doing? How are you doing being at home, and what are you doing to maintain mental stability and all that stuff? What are you doing?
Well, first of all, thank you for asking. This is one of the things that I've been trying to do every day. I start with myself. How can I be better about myself and my health practices? And like I said, I'm increasing my water intake. I'm making sure immediately, getting up, spraying the house, wiping down the knobs and different things like that. I'm just taking those extra precautions. And when my family comes inside the house from being out, my husband goes to work every day, and family members. And so when they come in, I'm like, hey, immediately go to the sink and wash your hands. Don't just rinse your hands real quick with some soap on it. I'm talking about 30 seconds or so. Stay under that warm water, that hot water, and get your hands clean before you start touching other things in the house. And that's been mentally making me feel like we're doing something. Nobody's sick. I have plenty of hand sanitizer, soap, and right now today, I'll tell you something else I did. I pulled all of the cushions off of my couch, and I'm getting ready to wash all of that and disinfect that, and then put the covers back on the couch, so to speak. So doing things that you don't normally do every day, but that spring cleaning needs to happen right now inside of your home. Really move the furniture around, get the dust mites and all of that, dealt with, or what have you. Don't take it for granted that, I have a clean house. Yes, I think I have a clean house, but considering the fact that we have a worldwide outbreak, no, we need to clean in places like we've never cleaned before. And you need to do that. Don't even take for granted of bringing somebody else from the outside in to clean your home. You're gonna have to do it yourself.
Absolutely. Deep clean.
Deep clean. I mean, go deep with it.
Yeah, go deep with it. You know.
And no judgment. Don't feel like, going into, cleaning certain places in your home, and then you start feeling like, oh, I should have done this a long time ago. We wasn't living in a crisis like we're living right now. So no judgment. Just get it done.
Yeah.
Take good care of yourself.
Yeah. There is no time for vanity now. Now it's just about survival and trying to just maintain and get through to the end of this whole wave and this outbreak that's going on right now. Well,
I went to the grocery store the other day. When I came back home, I instantly took those clothes off and I took a shower. It wasn't that I needed another shower, but it was more so I was just concerned, what am I bringing in on my fabric from the outside coming in? So you may have to take those extra precautions. Put a sign up if you have a little one in your home. Make a pretty decorative sign. I'm all about the art. So make a pretty sign and put it on your refrigerator. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Just make it fun. Do little things to not offend anybody. I'm not gonna lie. The other day, someone went into my kitchen cabinet and I didn't hear the water run first, and I said, whoa. I should not be hearing cabinets open, and I didn't hear you wash your hands first. You can't be afraid to say the things that you need to say to keep everyone safe.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Well, Marty, thank you so much for Skyping in. I will make sure that, hopefully we can have a conversation next week or something like that down the line, see how you're doing and all that. And, of course, stay healthy, and obviously keep washing your hands. You know what I mean?
Yes, and this has affected all of us. I was just getting ready to announce my tour for my show, my one-woman show, to go around the country here, and I know that will be, that's going to still happen. But right now, when they shutting down Broadway and casinos and restaurants and all these iconic things, it's like, we're all making adjustments. So be kind to each other. Be really nice. Stay humble. Absolutely. Be nice. Be kind. Call if you can't do anything else. Pick up the phone and call and check on a loved one that's a little older than you and say, hey, I'm just seeing, can I pick you up a loaf of bread while I'm out today? And I'll hang it on your doorknob.
Absolutely.
Do little kind things. So Pascal, you calling and inviting me into this platform is a very kind gesture because you're helping keeping the information out. And I want to just say thank you for that and all that you're doing in the community. We really love and appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I mean, obviously, we all got to do our part, So I'm just doing everything I can on my end, and I'm hoping, like you just said yourself, I'm hoping that other people do, follow in suit and be civil with each other and obviously stay healthy and stay clean. You know what I mean? But again, Dr. Marty K. Casey, thank you so much for Skyping in. I really appreciate it. We'll be talking to you soon. We got to go into a quick commercial break. This is the Pascal Show. See you guys in a minute. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, if this is your first time checking out this show, please go click that like button on our Facebook page. And of course, we have our YouTube channel as well. So please go crush that subscribe button. It would really, really mean a lot, okay? I know that a lot of people have a lot of questions, and we're all going through this right now. We're getting through it. We're getting through it, okay? We are going to be just fine. But, you know, some certain procedures, one of the things that I liked that Marty said on during the last little segment that we just had, one of the procedures that I'm also doing and that I like that she talked about is she is actually doing whenever she goes out, she will take the clothes off, you know, throw them in a wash, and then she'll immediately go into the shower and take a shower, whether or not she needs to take a shower or not, just so she can scrub off anything that might be on her body, so on and so forth. I think that is a very good idea for all of us to do. That's something I'm doing actually myself. That's exactly what I'm doing myself, so I can avoid being sick or transferring something over to my loved ones or anything of that sort, because you just never know where you could possibly pick up said virus, you know. And now that it's doubled overnight, for crying out loud, the amount of cases that we have inside of the U.S. has doubled overnight. Now it's the time to be that hypochondriac. Now it's time to be that extra precautious, you know what I mean, or extra cautious. That's what I'm saying. So that's just what I think. You know what I mean? Obviously, I got some of the guys with me right now. Jack, Tom, sup?
Hey.
So, but yeah, I mean, you know, we're right now in this time where we have to be, as much as we can, as safe and as proactive as we possibly can be, you know, right now. And so I know that those are certain things that I'm doing right now, just like what Marty K. Casey is doing as well. You know, Dr. Marty K. Casey's dropped some serious, some really good ideas as far as like spring cleaning, getting stuff out of your house, so on and so forth. Like just getting a head start on your spring cleaning, because yeah, there is a lot of stuff that's going on inside of your home that could just be sitting there festering with germs and all types of sickness. You know what I mean? What do you guys think on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's time to clear out the clutter, clean off the surfaces, and then I'd say you go jump on Groupon, and when you're ready to have somebody that's going to be near your house, get one of those air duct cleanings done, and you know, just to clear out the AC unit if you got them, and you know, just because we don't know where it's, you know, thriving and how long it exactly stays on stuff, so do a full clean of the house. Not a bad idea, and your car too. I mean, why not? I mean, if you're stuck at home, take that extra time. Every little bit counts every day to go out and just clean a room up, clean it off, and sanitize.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you
I
think?
don't know. My place right now is gross. I'm not going to lie to you. It is nasty. I can't really do much housework because I'm hobbled. So carpets haven't been vacuumed since before January 15th. And yeah, I mean, Yeah, I might be. This might be like ground zero here.
Oh man. I did see some breaking news again. There was a 6.1 earthquake in the South Pacific, right off of. It looks like outside of Vanuatu in India. And so that just happened not too long ago. No deaths or anything like that, or no damage occurred, but just multiple earthquakes going on around the world.
That's not.
So
That's not,
you can.
That's definitely
I think
not.
there's a.
That's definitely
a
not.
Go ahead.
That's definitely not normal. You know what I mean? Like, so there was one in Utah. There's one in India right now, or like both of them happened simultaneously, or.
No, just separate. The Utah one was earlier today, and then it looks like there's just reports coming in of the one in India. And so, but there's an earthquake tracker that is online, and it tells you kind of every day, because they have all those seismology devices that are out there that monitor any type of shaking in a whole bunch of different spots. So that's it's a pretty fun map to watch. They say we're overdue for the big earthquake here in the Midwest.
That's terrifying.
That's fun.
Say that again. Say that again.
We're overdue for the earthquake that is supposed to happen in the Midwest along the New Madrid line. They kept on saying that they've been saying that for years, but they don't really know, obviously, when things would happen like that. But that's one of those same things that would set off like what's the Yellowstone National Park that has the geysers and stuff. And there's the largest amount of near surface lava or magma and the huge underground volcano or super volcano that's underneath there. They're worried about a big earthquake that would be able to set that off. That would be much larger issues for everyone than the coronavirus. So let's just focus, I guess, on the main issue at hand, something that we are starting to get a control on. Vaccines are being tested out, and hopefully we can come up with some quick ways to resolve the situation that everyone's kind of facing right now.
Man. And the hits just keep on coming. Unbelievable.
Yeah. In some lighter news, there was a TikTok was shown that there was a thing that was put out that they were trying to keep anybody basically that was ugly or disabled out of the limelight on TikTok. So they were putting people that the moderators would find to be more attractive as a spotlight and giving them a chance to more grow than anybody else. So the platform is being a little unfair, I guess, to the general population. So,
TikTok.
So Pascal, you haven't blown up on TikTok yet. Maybe you know why now.
They're just being unfair, man. I've been hitting the whoa as much as I can in every video, as much as I can. And unfortunately, it's just not happening.
Yeah, I tried once. I hurt my neck.
It's driving me nuts. Why haven't I gone viral yet? I've hit so many times. You know what I mean?
That's right, man.
Unfair. It's unfair. Yeah. Also, by the way, the U.S. and Canada border is set to close to non-essential travel due to coronavirus. President Trump announced on Wednesday that the Canada-U.S. border will close temporarily to non-essential traffic and trade. And trade will not be affected. So trade won't be affected, but you won't be able to go in and out of Canada anymore, people. So yes.
That was my backup plan. I was going to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Isn't it funny where we like to make fun of the loft upstairs, and now we're all going, well, that Canada doesn't sound too bad now.
No. Yeah, my second place is going to be Utah. But...
Utah?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I saw too. So China did some preliminary results. They were kind of looking into different things, trying to figure out who's more susceptible to the coronavirus in general. And one of the things they're testing is blood types. And so they said that of all their cases that they had tested so far, blood type A has been the predominant one that has shown the most severe cases. They said that blood type O has shown that it has the least amount of complications to the disease, and a lot of those people were more easily able to recover. So blood type A right now, they're saying has, from what that study was finding, is the most, the people that have to take the most precautions, the ones that need the most protective gear, the ones that need to make sure that they are really keeping things clean, because they may be more susceptible to the virus.
Wow. And did they say there was any other blood type that's like impenetrable in a way?
No, they basically type O is the one that they were saying is the least susceptible to going to a worsened state. So everyone can get it. Just the type O so far, from what they saw, has the best chance of a quick recovery with least complications.
Interesting. I don't know what my blood type is. Do you guys know what your blood type is?
I don't know what mine is either.
Yeah.
Hey, what was it? What was the blood type that's the least? Again, one more time.
Type O.
Type O.
Type O is the least. The type A right now is the most susceptible. That's but they said, obviously it's a limited amount of people that they may be able to do that test on, and including that group. But just from I think they did out of 1,000 people that had died, or 1,000 people that had a case, they did that review of their blood types. So I'm sure that over the next couple of days they'll have some more information on it, and see if that's actually something that's specific to a blood type, or if it was just the amount of people that they were actually testing.
Wow.
I was seeing also where the Red Cross was saying that we might be running into blood shortages in the next, say, month or so, because they can't get people to, they can't get enough people in for the blood drive because everybody's quarantining. So they're going to be, if there's an emergency where we need blood, that might be another issue we have to deal with now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm interested to see what happens and see what kind of things they figure out. Obviously this is an ongoing, moving train, a speeding train that's just blazing down the tracks, and we're trying. Obviously they're trying their best to slow things down, and yeah, it's a scary time for sure. One thing, though, I wanted to say, real quick, is that if there are any people, because I know a lot of children are getting, obviously all the children are back home, chilling, hanging out, in the cut, doing their thing, right? But there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, that want to know a little bit of like hints and tricks on how to do some homeschooling things at home. Because I know there's a lot of people that have to do homeschooling. They got to get kids on point as far as like, just keeping them educated and keeping them up to date with their schooling as well. So with their education. So any people out there that are listening and watching, etc., if you have any people that are doing homeschooling or any of that sort that are interested in sitting down and actually Skyping with me directly, I know that there's a lot of parents out there that would love to get some ideas or some helpful hints, just some advice on what they can do to keep their kids just up to date with their school, with their education and everything. Because obviously this might be a few weeks, this might be a few months where these kids are going to be out of school. So I think it's really important. So if you can, message me through the Pascal Show page. DM me through the Pascal Show page. That would be really great. I would love to get a conversation with somebody who is actually homeschooling their children right now as we speak. It would be extremely, extremely helpful. So put it out there. If you could share that or put that out to people, let them know that I'm looking to interview somebody about that. We are all in need of that. I know there are a lot of kids out there that need some structure, and I think that there's a lot of parents that don't know what to do in regards to a educational, like a structure education-wise. So anyway, message down below, let me know and all that. But anyway, we're gonna go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're gonna perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is gonna leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, and like I always say, if this is your first time checking out the show, please go click that like button on the Facebook page. And of course, we are spreading the news. We are telling the news about everything that's going on as far as breaking news, the whole nine. You know, we are trying to keep it light and fun, but unfortunately, there's just so much terrible news that's been going on. It's really, really bad. But we are here to hold each other's hands and get through this together as a unified front. Because why? We're going to get through this, y'all. We're going to be all right. I guarantee it. All right? I guarantee it. But anyway, like I said before, and before we went into a break, if there are any people out there that are in homeschooling and all that, I would love to be speaking to some people in regards to that. Maybe some people who specialize in home education, that kind of thing. I would love to get more into depth with that. So please comment down below, tag your friends in the feed, the whole nine. I would love to know if there's some people out there, because, you know, not only just getting one side of one person's opinion, it would be great to get more names and more people tuning in and chiming in with their hints and tips and tricks in regards to educating their kids at home. But anyway, I got my people in the house still. We got Jack and Tom still in the crib, you know. So, you know, obviously, we were just talking about something random. you were saying something about Oprah now, Jack? What's going on with Oprah, man?
Yeah, so I guess this morning Oprah woke up to her assistant saying that her name was trending in the news, not for any good reasons though. There was a bot or a troll, somebody that was out there that put up a video on Twitter that was showing body cam footage of a raid happening on a house, and then saying that Oprah was being raided and arrested on sex trafficking. And during the time that was right before everyone was sleeping and stuff, so she woke up to that, and it looks like the group QAnon put this out there, and they're known for putting out I guess far-fetched conspiracy videos and trying to perpetuate those types of stories out there.
Okay, wait.
Pause. Oprah woke up this morning and put out a thing.
Time out. Go back again. You were saying, okay, because I'm trying to wrap my mind around this, of course.
Okay.
So you just said that there was body cam footage of basically like cops or SWAT team or whatever busting through this house, right?
Right.
Then what happened once they bust through the house? Is there an actual physical person that they obtained? Do we see the person?
No, it just showed some stuff, but somebody went back through and it shows that it's actually like a $30,000 house in Detroit that the body cam footage was from. And everyone's like, oh, apparently Oprah lives in Detroit in a $30,000 rundown home. But obviously the body cam footage is from some other raid. I haven't watched the video itself. I haven't been able to find the link. I just see like a screen capture of them before going in the door, and then like in a living room showing a small TV and like an armoire type of thing. It just is a people are out there just trolling, and people like seeing people just go crazy over stupid stuff. And but Oprah, she said, I just got the phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true. Haven't been raided or arrested. Just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody.
You know what? This is what drives me nuts. Like, you guys have nothing else better to do? Come on, y'all. Like, leave Oprah alone, man. Like, yeah, she tripped. It was funny. She's okay. But on some real stuff, like, don't make something up like that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Now, if this was like coming from Corey Feldman or something like that, I might think twice on some real stuff. I might think twice on it. But come on, guys. No, she don't live in Detroit. Why would she live in all places? Detroit. Real talk. Why would she live in Detroit? Why of all places, Detroit? She's like, oh my gosh, I have billions of dollars. The one thing I want to do is live in a $30,000 house in Detroit.
Yeah, I heard there's parts of Detroit will pay you to come move there. So, but it wasn't just her that she was wrapped up into it. There was also like Kevin Spacey was included in like the troll story, and a couple other people. So they were going after, I guess a few of the stars and just trying to get their names out there in the news.
Well, I think you probably hit on it. I think it was probably Russia. I mean, they're just trying to sow division any which way they can. And I was awake last night when this started trending on Twitter, and it was just me and other weird Americans and Russians that were awake at that time on Twitter. I mean, I think it was a Russian troll farm put this out to get people riled up.
Oh yeah, not surprised. They got nothing else better to do, and they're going, okay, well, all these people have nothing to do right now except stare at their TVs and start worrying about everything. So let's do this. I don't know if it's Russia, but God knows where it's from. God knows. But
it just started trending in a weird time where it's like, gee, who's awake right now? Because it was probably 1:30 in the morning last night. and that's about when it started trending. So
surprisingly, probably a whole bunch of people are awake because they're just driven by pure anxiety to stay up and they can't fall asleep. So
that's
there's probably more people awake than usual, but I guess it would be Russia.
Yeah.
Who got like Oprah? I'm sorry. It's Oprah. It's Oprah. Come on, y'all. It's Oprah.
Yeah, of course you say it wasn't her, right?
Oprah. Come on. Oh yeah, let me just live in Detroit in a $30,000 home. Let me hide in plain sight. Do you realize if my neighbor, if I lived in Detroit and my neighbor was Oprah, I would know. If I lived right next door to that crib and it was Oprah living next door, I'd be tweeting and texting everybody being like, yo, Oprah's my next door neighbor. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's so stupid. Now, Kevin Spacey now. Yes, I believe that. I would believe that. I wouldn't even, I would, yeah. I'm not even batting an eye. I wouldn't even think twice about it. It's like, yep, yeah, I can see that happening. I could definitely see that happening, for sure. Kevin Spacey.
For sure, Kevin Spacey. But yeah, Oprah. It has never been. And they were, again, I think this was just Russians trying to sow division. They were posting up pictures with Oprah, pictures she had taken with Harvey Weinstein before all the Weinstein, stuff became public. And, they're just trying to sow division any which way they can. That's my opinion on it.
Well, this is going to be my question about that whole situation, because I'm going to throw this question out to you guys, because this is something that I'd like to know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that, and this is something completely outside of coronavirus. Thank you, Jesus. So we can actually talk about something different. But let me ask you guys, and this is going to you guys, Jack and Tom.
Okay.
But I got to ask, just because you take a photo next to a known, say, monster, does that mean that you know of that person's wrongdoing?
No.
Like, okay, so like taking a photo, like say Oprah takes a photo with Harvey Weinstein. Say Hillary Clinton takes a photo next to Epstein. Does that automatically mean that she knows of his wrongdoing? You know what I mean? Does that, because I feel like that's what everybody seems to associate with. It's like, oh, they took a picture together, so therefore she already knows about his wrongdoing. So I'm just curious, like, is that what's going on? Is that why everybody automatically thinks, oh yeah, Hillary and Trump have always been friends? See the photo with Hillary and Trump back in the day before they ran against each other? You see what I'm saying? Like, I can take a picture with somebody and find out later on that guy's a pedophile, or later on find out that guy's a serial killer. It doesn't mean that I'm the one dragging the bodies into the ditch with him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious about that. What do you guys think on that?
I think that's called guilty by association.
Good answer.
So, I mean, but I think, President Trump would also say that he doesn't know anybody in the photos he ever takes pictures with.
Right.
Sometimes you can say it, sometimes you can't. I think that's the problem, is that we don't know how often these people see each other, and what goes on at billionaire parties and what goes on at millionaire parties and meetings and greetings and all these PACs that can now join together to do lobbying, and what happens behind the scenes. And now when you see a couple photos, one photo, maybe not. If you see somebody now over the years consistently, and you got 5, 6, 7 photos at different places, you probably know something's going on.
Yeah.
Especially depending on how long ago the photo was and how long ago those rumors did come out. Big name stars up there, and they're all over the news, and then you go into at the next dinner party with them. Maybe you're okay with it, you don't believe it. I don't know. Or you're tied to the month.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think, it sounds like, I don't know, with Weinstein, it sounds like in Hollywood, in some circles, it was maybe kind of known that he was inappropriate with actresses. But I don't know. I don't know how far-reaching that was outside of the industry and outside of the city of Los Angeles. I don't know. Yeah. I've heard from people talking about, like when the stuff went down with Bill Cosby. I've heard comedians talk about, you know, when Hannibal Buress did his comedy sketch, you know, his comedy bit about Bill Cosby, you know, that kind of brought everything to light. He kind of implied that everybody knew that Bill Cosby had, you know, was a serial rapist. And I saw there were several interviews with comedians where they're like, yeah, that's not really true. We didn't all know that. Like,
right.
Maybe some people knew that, but not all of us knew that. So, now I will say with the Hillary Clinton picture with Trump, I like posting that from time to time. But right. That was also at Donald Trump's wedding. So.
Right. You see what, but you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I'm not sitting here saying that. I'm not sitting here saying that. Like, I'm not trying to make any political point here. I'm just saying in regards to, just like with what's going on as far as like, all right, oh, you're standing, you're in this room full of powerful people, and you're a powerful person, so you're going to be in this room, you know, drinking colors and talking trash with these other very powerful people. And they are all various people. It could be Michael Jackson to Epstein to Weinstein to Cosby to whoever. R. Kelly, you just happen to take a photo next to him, and you might be a public figure or a political figure. It doesn't mean that you automatically say, oh yeah, because I'm standing next to R. Kelly, that means I totally, you know, endorse him peeing on girls. You know what I mean? Peeing on underage girls. That's totally fine. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, well, then every single person that's ever taken a photo with R. Kelly is in serious trouble then. You know what I mean? They're all in trouble. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh, look, see that photo with that person? See that photo with that person? They did this. They're doing all this. It's all their fault, you know, because they're standing next to this person. You know? And I just think it's really, it's crazy to me. You know, oh, she took a photo with Epstein or Weinstein, therefore she fully endorses all of his sexual activities and sexual doings. And it's like, no, that's not really true. Yeah. That's not true at all. What the hell are you talking about?
No. Especially if it's unknown. I mean, if it's a known thing and you're like posing with Weinstein now, then yeah, that's kind of bad. But if it's if we don't know about it at the time, I'm not, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
And I guess it's the pose you're making, too, in the picture. You know, there's a couple people out there that try to troll people that they don't really like, and then all of a sudden they go to a book signing, but they're wearing a shirt that is, you know, say putting the person down.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, if you got your arms around somebody and thumbs up and you're drinking, and it's after the news has come out that somebody has done something horrific, then you got to double think about your priorities, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Some of these people might have seen these people in Nevada at Las Vegas and just got a photo of them after a show, but they can't do that anymore because as of last night, all casinos in Nevada are closed.
All of them are closed, absolutely. Oh, here's something very interesting that I just learned. So because they can't gamble, you know, in Nevada right now, or Las Vegas can't gamble right now, do you know what they're gambling on right now?
Coronavirus?
No.
No.
They're placing bets on the weather.
Hey. Okay.
I'm dead ass. They're putting bets on the weather right now because they can't do anything else. So they're putting bets on the weather.
Isn't that kind of a sure bet in Las Vegas? It's going to be hot and sunny. That's
crazy,
right? It's a winning bet right there.
Well, is it going to be 97 or 96, Tom?
Oh, we're drilling it down that much.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
How many clouds will be in the sky?
Then, you know, of course, we can't forget, because we kind of we kind of tapped on it for a second the other day, yesterday, but I'm going to say it again, of course. Kevin Durant was recently diagnosed with the coronavirus, and 4 other of his teammates were diagnosed with the coronavirus. I know we didn't really fully talk about that, but obviously there are more celebrities and more athletes that are getting diagnosed with this disease, this virus, every single second. So now Kevin Durant has it, which is absolutely wild. I know we tapped on it kind of for a second, but Kevin Durant? Come on, y'all.
Yeah,
Kevin
Durant put a thing out there, and he responded to it and said that after seeing that Kevin Durant has got it, it's just really, one of those things. It's like everybody can get it. He's like, there's no one that is bigger than the other person. Everyone's equal right now. So everyone is at risk.
And of course, in the 5 o'clock show, we will be talking about Idris Elba, because Idris Elba just recently put out a second video talking about the virus. And of course, letting everybody know that yes, black people can actually get the virus too. That this virus does not discriminate. It's not going to skip over anybody. This is a virus that everybody can get. So we all got to be smart, and we have to be safe out there. But yeah, so we're gonna we'll throw that video up at the 5 o'clock show for sure. But you know what? We're gonna go into a quick commercial break. But since it was St. Patty's Day, I didn't really get a chance to do. Yesterday was St. Patty's Day, if you didn't know. So I didn't get a chance to really show this video, and I'm gonna play it anyway because I feel like we need a little bit of a chuckle anyway. It's a little bit of a throwback. When I'm like 50 pounds lighter and all that. But anyway, it's a fun little video. So here it is. Take a look. Happy belated St. Patty's Day. Beef Skittles. What's up, Mike?
Hey.
Hey, what you eating?
Lucky Charms.
Oh, yeah? Can I have some?
Nah.
Well, why not?
Because you're not Irish. Hey! What the hell's your problem, man? What do you think you...
Hey! What the?
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, we're going to get through this. We're going to fight through this. We're going to laugh. We're going to talk. We're going to have some great times. You know, this show and this train ain't going to stop anytime soon. So I just wanted to reiterate that and let everybody know that we all love you and we all are thinking of you guys and we are all praying over you guys and all of that. We all need to be safe and we all got to play it smart and just be proactive. Be as proactive as possible, but be as civil as possible as well. We have to be civilized human beings out here. So I know that things are getting crazy. I know that people are very scared. I know that people are very concerned. But I'm telling you right now, if we keep a positive foot forward, and if we keep our energy positive out there, we are going to be just fine. All right? I know this disease and this virus is going through the country. Just a wave of this virus is going through, but I think that if we stay smart, keep to ourselves, unfortunately, we can get through this wave. So we will be back on. We got to get going. But we will be back on at 5 p.m. tonight. I will be talking with some people in regards to homeschooling, some tips on homeschooling. There's going to be some other really great people on as well, just talking about everything in regards to what's going on, some tips and tricks on just sanitizing your home, so on and so forth. And of course, you know, we're going to have some fun. At 5 p.m., I promise you, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about other things other than the coronavirus, but we are going to tap onto it, of course, because that's the thing right now that we need to have in the forefront of our minds, in the forefront of everything right now. But anyway, so I hope to see you guys at 5 p.m. So be sure to tune in. We are going to be talking to a bunch of people. Of course, I'm going to have my panel, my beautiful people. You know, hopefully Lydia, of course, as well, will be on as well. So Tom, Jack, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And for Skyping in, we will see you guys at 5 p.m., right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Excellent. So anyway, guys, like I always say, please go hit that like button on the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/The Pascal Show. And of course, please crush that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. I am trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. If you can, if you're enjoying this and watching the show and enjoying our conversations and all that, please spread the word. Let people know that the Pascal Show YouTube channel is around. Please spread the word. I would really, really appreciate it, okay? Anyway, we got to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. Hopefully, there won't be any crazy bad news in the next 6 hours or so. All right? But I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Much love to you guys. Bye!
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.